Welcome back to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Rick Davis. You can follow me on social media at Prime Real Estate Rick if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential, commercial real estate anywhere in our great state of Texas, but especially here in the greatest city in the world, Houston. Visit our website at brooksanddavis.com. As always, my co-host, Texas real estate broker, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. What's going on, brother?
Yes, sir. Enjoying it, man. You know, again, I've been in the real estate industry over 20 years. And so in our contracts, we have a little small line or a statement that says something about mineral and mineral rights, but nothing that goes into detail. So, like for anybody that's out there in the real estate profession, you know, reaching out to my guy Rob is going to be ideal for you just to even sharpen your skill set and be able to offer something else to your investors that come to you when it may not just be residential homes that they want, but even just owning the rights up under the property. So, by all means, I advocate for you to reach out and get more knowledgeable about this thing.
Absolutely, man. And today's guest is the Chief Marketing Officer for Spirit Minerals LLC, Mr. Robert Boudwin. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on. And just to promote your program a little bit, I noticed that we're drinking out of these unbranded water bottles. Somebody out there in Houston needs to sponsor this program to the tune where these water bottles are sponsored because it's a great program.
That's right.
Thank you so much, brother. I really
sponsorship
appreciate
opportunity is available,
Thank you
too.
so
There you
much,
go.
man, because your energy and enthusiasm that you bring to your work is something that I hope everyone in our audience can learn from and try to aspire to be more like, because I think that energy is something that you give off and it's attracted to everybody around you and helps you not only educate but also help people make quality decisions as far as investment. But we had some time.
I don't pontificate and sell whatever word you want to use, market things that I don't believe in. So I put my money where my mouth is.
Absolutely.
I have $100,000 of my own money invested out of my IRA into Spear Minerals. That's not because I worked there and there's pressure. I mean, I worked there to the degree that I learned about it. So this is not something that I'm just trying to sell to other people.
No, and
but you were talking about passion.
No, because I know your passion and your energy. Something that you are really passionate about is organ donation.
Yes, sir.
And you have a really touching story from your personal life.
I do.
That has caused that to be one of the platforms that you are really heavy in promoting. So if you wouldn't mind, could you please share that with our audience?
So first of all, I leave the house every day with about 10 of these on. I've given out, if you don't mind, sir, if I can give you one. I leave the house with about 10 of these on.
Thank you.
And I serve for the Todd Krampitz Foundation as well as Life Gift. The Todd Krampitz Foundation's sole goal is to get everyone to say yes to organ donation. And Life Gift is the organ procurement organization that facilitates the 1,200-plus life-saving organ transplants at the various hospitals that do the transplants each year. So they match donors and recipients. They're the actual arm of it. The Todd Krampitz Foundation gets people to register. Go to tkffoundation.org. You can register in 60 seconds. It's extremely easy to do. But these wristbands, I started wearing in 2012. My dad had a double lung transplant that saved his life. He was suffering from idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, which is a non-lifestyle related hardening and scarring of the lungs. I rushed him to the hospital. Long story short, the doctor told me he had 3 months tops to live. And 2 weeks later, on Valentine's Day night, 2012, he received his second chance at life with a young man that tragically passed named Ian Heidemann out of Dallas. He died in a car accident. But 3 years prior, he made the forward-thinking, selfless decision to designate himself as an organ donor. And because of that, he saved 5 lives and enhanced countless others. The average organ donor can save up to 8 lives with organs such as the heart, the kidney. I encourage you to go onto my website at robertboudwin.com. Has the whole story, video. I ran the Houston Half Marathon for 3 years. In full costume to support this cause and to get people to take notice. We became best friends with Rob and Janice Heidemann, Ian's parents. And then I got involved with the Todd Krampitz Foundation, which is an official Run for the Reason charity for the Houston Marathon, and basically spreading the word. In Texas, there's 26 million Texans. 54% of them, of the adults, are registered donors. So we still have work to do. And here's the part of the the story that got me. While my dad was in the hospital getting his lung transplant, I saw the life gift table. And I went over and I said, what can I do? I'm the mascot for the Rockets. I can, raise awareness. I can raise funds. I can, speak for you. I can do whatever I can give you, write you a check right now. And they said, are you an organ donor? And I said, sure. I remember. I grew up in the suburbs of Philadelphia at 16, checking the box, organ donor. Who wouldn't? When I'm gone, our phrase that we like to say is, please don't take your organs to heaven. Yeah. Heaven knows we need them here.
Wow. I like that. Say that again.
Yeah.
That's pretty
please don't take your organs to heaven. Heaven knows we need them here.
Wow.
And religiously, I'll just give you the facts. Every major world religion not only endorses, but, advocates for organ donation. Don't have any fears about, are they going to, am I going to lose my life for my organs? No. All doctors with the Hippocratic Oath, they save the life in front of them. In fact, there are some studies that show they try to even save you more if they find you in a crisis situation, because they want to make sure that they keep your heart and lungs moving, even if you're brain dead. Right. To use those organs and keep them viable for transplantation. So nobody loses their life. You have to be completely gone and brain dead for them to even consider this, and then it's a consortium of doctors. So you're only saving lives. My dad's here because of it, but I'm back at that hospital lobby, and they said, are you an organ donor? I said, sure. Can we see your license? I pull out my license. I didn't have the heart. Right. I wasn't an organ donor. I'll tell you what, Rick, Larry, the shame that flooded me in that moment was palpable. It was overwhelming. Here, my dad's life is being saved. I think I'm an organ donor. I'm not. And they said, slow down, sir. It's not your fault. Yeah. This is one of these government bureaucracy things, and you're not going to believe it. Until 2009, if you went into the DMV and checked, make me an organ donor, but at the bottom when you're renewing your license, can we share your information with other organizations? Well, you read that as junk mail. Right. No. And I said, no, everybody did it, right?
Right.
Well, then that negated the fact that the DMV was allowed to share your choice to be an organ donor with the Donate Life Texas Registry.
Who knew that? No one
would know that.
Yeah.
So when I got involved in 2012, there was only 2.9 million Texans on the Donate Life Texas Registry out of 26 million Texans. Yeah. And I said to myself, this is an awareness issue. Yeah. So I got to work with them. I joined the board at Life Gift. I joined the board at Todd Crampett's Foundation. We now have well over 10 million. The last time I checked in, it was well over 10 million. 54% of adult Texans are organ donors. Yeah. It's easy to do. You go to tkfoundation.org, or you can go straight to donatelifeamerica.org. Takes you 60 seconds to register. And here's the big thing. If the unthinkable happens, and it's usually a critical situation, a car crash or a gunshot wound or a crisis, something, bad happened, your wishes get, honored in that moment. It's really not good to put that on your family, because think about how overwhelmed they are with grief at that moment. Thanks. That's a really hard decision to ask somebody hours after somebody has just been told unexpectedly. This is not like a disease in many cases where there's a runway. It's your loved one's gone. Right. Yeah. Do you want to help save their lives? Well, you're so overwhelmed with grief. That's not the proper frame of mind to make that decision. Right. So make it for yourself. So I'm super passionate about it. I'd encourage everyone to register being an organ donor. It saved my dad's life. It's why I've given out over 5,000 of these off my wrist and talk about it nonstop. Yeah. So if I get a little bit amped up or whatever, and I didn't know if everybody'd been vaccinated today, so I brought my mask, my organ donation mask, and I know this looks like I'm out there cutting, my lawn or something like that, but it's my organ donation. I live the brand. I got, we talking tattoos. We can talk everything. I got a bunch of tattoos, and one of them says right on my rib cage, nice and big, organ donor. So there'll be no mistake if the unthinkable happens to me, so that I could save 8 lives.
Now, I want to thank you so much for the work that you're doing, because these type of underreported activities, I think that all of us responsible business people have not only the right but the responsibility to let people know these are things that are happening every day, and that organ donors are saving lives. Because, and the thing that's funny that you mentioned, because when I was previously lived in Nevada, I was an organ donor, and they put the heart on your driver's license. But when I came to Texas, it's something because, everyone's a little different.
Yeah.
That the process is a little different, and it's not on my driver's license here. So,
well, you know what? You can change that in 60 seconds, even if it ends up not being on your driver's license. As long as you're on the Donate Life Texas registry, you're an organ donor.
Absolutely. Now, with all this energy and passion, are you on Instagram, Mr.
I'm
Boudwin?
on Instagram. I'm on a new platform called TSU.com. That's what I'm most into lately.
Share your
Sharing
handle.
a
Share
lot
your
of my
handle.
stuff.
Share your handle on IG.
It's Radical Dadding on Sue, and I have a website that is my real passion. As if organ donation and mineral rights wasn't enough, I have 2 sets of twins, as I told you earlier, because God cursed me. Blessed me. 4.5-year-old Brooklyn and Bailey, fraternal twins, and identical twins, Jack and Luke, who are 12. And I chronicle a lot as a single parent. I have them half the time, and I chronicle a lot of our ridiculous tomfoolery shenanigans at radicaldadding.com. So we do a lot of fun stuff and crazy stuff. I'm on Facebook at Robert Boudwin. Sue's the one that I'm using the most.
And we're going to tag and share everything with all of our people online, man. But I want to thank you so much, man, because we've had entirely too much fun this episode. I want everybody to
Rob, you need more time.
Come on, I said this from the beginning, man. I want to thank you so much because this is going to be one of our more memorable episodes, I'm sure. So
thank you. I appreciate it. If there's anything that I can do for either one of you, you let me know, and I'll answer the phone. I won't just hit ignore if it's Larry or Ric.
Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, guys.
What's going on?
See you later, Houston.
Mr. Larry, man. What's going on with the fam, man? What's going on with Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm? What the Texas Real Estate King got going this weekend?
Nothing. I'll find y'all. Don't worry about finding me. But tonight, if you are in the process of getting your license and you have not passed the exam yet, Brooks and Davis at our training center, we will be having a book study or study hall. So stop by for the study hall. You have a lot of people that are going through the coursework, that are studying for the exam. You guys get an opportunity to be like-minded and share some information. So that's it.
And there it is, man. On behalf of myself, Ric Davis, the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks, I want to thank everyone for tuning into the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. If you need anything, we're only a text, email, inbox, or DM message away. And until next Thursday, everyone, be blessed.